XFM 104.9. Steve, just back announce that for us.
Yeah, from the album Princess Superstar that was Princess Superstar and Untouchable Part 1. Did you enjoy it?
I really enjoyed it.
Good.
So I'll tell you what, I had two of the ingredients that I look for in a record. It was both fly and dope.
High five, man. Yeah,
okay.
You're sweet, man.
Coming up, I've got my film review.
Looking forward to it.
It's a great one. It's a great film. I've got a song for the lovers any minute now.
Sure.
And
probably loads more chat.
Yeah, there will be. There will be. PJ Harvey, This Is Love, XFM 104.9. It's Ricky Gervais show, isn't it?
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah, but you're going to keep quiet now, Steve, because I've got to do my world famous film review.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I know you criticise it because I say I do sort of like films that aren't on current release or that I sort of just do the plot or but have you
taken that criticism on board?
I have.
Good.
This week's Ricky Gervais film review is Jungle Book.
The Jungle Book.
Yeah,
that was made in what, 1968?
I don't know, but listen, shut up, right? It's a good review, right? Right, for people who either have heard it or haven't, you might learn something.
Sure.
Because it's sort of my take on it.
Has the review begun yet, or?
No, it's good from now, yeah?
Okay,
go. Right, the little kid, he's the jungle, right? But he knows the bear and the panther, they're good friends. But it's dangerous because you got to watch out the tiger and the snake. Now, the reason is, they don't mind him, but he's human and he can make fire, they can't. That's why he's sort of in demand, even though they've conquered the power of speech, they can't make fire. And then the orangutan gets him. Now, he's in trouble. But the bear puts coconuts on and makes himself look like it, then they fall off. They've got to get away. But then he meets, a girl, and then they're not,
Okay. Do you write these yourself?
Yeah.
Or you don't get a professional to do it? Right.
Well, no.
Okay. And what would you give that one out of 5?
It's 9.
That's a 9 out of 5. Strong review there. A strong film then for you.
Well, again.
And you'd recommend that for friends and family?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just on video or DVD or in the cinema.
Okay, good. All right. And the film again was?
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book. Jolly good. All right, thanks very much for that.
Well, now it's time for a song for the lovers. This is the Smiths, and Last Night I Dreamt That Somebody Loved Me.
Good. Okay, cool. Yeah, lovely.
Smiths, lovely song. Last Night I Dreamt Somebody Loved Me. Beautiful. Song for the lovers there on XFM 104.9. Can't believe I forgot the elephants. That was a key
element of the review.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't
let it get you down, Rick. I know how these things depress you if you've not done the film review as best you could. That kind of winds you up.
Yeah.
You stew about it. Played a beautiful song there. It was a song for the lovers.
Yeah.
And I do get depressed when I see people around me who've got, girlfriends, and I think, because I haven't, and I just think, like, what's the rule? We mentioned last week that fat bloke from Pop Idols. He's got a bird, which annoys me, angers me, and this really depressed me. Walking into Piccadilly Circus Tube a couple of nights ago, homeless guy, wrapped up, unwashed, and northern. And he's being spoken to by some kind of carer, some worker who'd come out to dish out kind of stale sandwiches. And I just overheard as I was passing him going, well, of course, it's very difficult maintaining a long-distance relationship. And I sort of kind of lingered for a bit. I was thinking, what? And he was going, yeah. And I pieced together that he's got a girlfriend. He's from Leeds. He's got a girlfriend who's also homeless, who's homeless up in Leeds. And occasionally she kind of homelesses her way all the way down to London.
I love the fact that he's travelled to be homeless.
I know. Pathetic. It angered me that
is there a lot of cheap housing in Leeds? Would that ruined it for him?
But it just was. I assume maybe she was squatting or something. But it was like, and it just depressed me because it was like, not only is he homeless, but he's got a homeless girlfriend. But the homeless people are finding love.
Yeah.
Do you mean it's so? That's really depressing, Carl, isn't it? Unless they both became smackheads together. Or
no, Carl's found love on the street before, haven't you?
How's it going with your bird, Carl? Are you married?
No.
How long have you been out with her?
7 years.
Because you're quite a simple man.
Yeah,
you're sort of a simple.
In a nice way. I mean, you're like Helen from Big Brother. Yeah, you're sort of nice enough, but
I look normal.
Well, yeah, you sort of do, but you could be one of those that just suddenly go mental with a pen.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Stab people through the eyes.
Yeah, you sort of look normal. But if I wouldn't really want to wind you up to a point of frenzy.
How did you meet your girlfriend?
Through work.
What, through her work? What, you found out and said
we worked at the same place.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
You're quite an enigma, aren't you? Could you give us more on that?
At work, you met her at work. What, she came in selling sandwiches? She was going through the bins outside. What do you mean you met her at work?
Why are you having an attack on me? You're the one who's sad and lonely.
No,
Oh, he's done you again. He's done you again.
But what I thought was interesting was I just scratched at him and he just went mental.
Yeah, no,
it's like a bear caught in a trap.
It's funny, innit? You'll never learn.
No, I was just interested to find out what the story was, because it might be a really romantic story.
Well, it's not.
All right, jeez. I love the fact he doesn't want to talk about his love affair.
I was thinking about you in the week, and like, does it worry you? I mean, you sort of joke about it now, and we're talking about it in the office, you know, like, oh, is Steve really touchy about the way he looks? And,
oh, what's this? Where's that come from?
He's done it again. He's done you again.
I was walking home the other night, and I was thinking about it. And do you worry that when you're old, you will be on your own?
You did start it, though, didn't you?
Well, Carl, I'm glad you brought this up. because I mean, for me, you know, a lightweight, frothy entertainment show on XFM on a Saturday afternoon is exactly the place where I want to discuss the desperate, lonely future that's inevitably coming my way.
Oh, God. I'll tell you what will cheer you up and forget all that. A bit of Embrace.
Oh, one of the most hated bands.
Hive's Main Offender. Before that, Embrace, Make It Last. I know you don't like Embrace much, but that's a nice tune.
Yeah.
They do cut a nice little chorus.
Sure.
And I think their heart's in the right place.
Okay.
Yeah, very nice. What could you do better? I was mucking around.
That's always fair.
No, I was thinking there's not enough avant-garde stuff. I just did this, right? There's a little spring on the mic. What does that sound like? Does that sound good? I haven't got my headphones on. Does that sound good?
It sounds brilliant.
I was thinking of doing that and just send it to John Peel.
It's good.
Maybe with some samples of, like, politicians going, we will not...
I feel it's more a B-side at the moment, but I mean, it's strong. I think you could work that up.
But that's without strings or anything, without...
Yeah, sure, that's without, you know, I mean, that's just kind of a basic demo. When you've worked that up with a decent producer.
Yeah.
Man alive.
Still coming. We got Radiohead. We've got
what are these fellas doing?
There's a couple of...
quite noisy, it's just distracting.
Yeah, there's a couple of fellas behind us taking pictures. I don't know why it takes two of them. I think one of them just got, a couple of hours out of the office. Yeah. They're from the... what are you from? X-Mag?
X-Ray.
X-Ray. What's X-Ray?
It's the XFM magazine, Steve.
The XFM what? Magazine.
And where's that
where, is this available in shops?
Is it just a giveaway thing?
It's kind of giveaway, bit of information on bands.
Right.
Gigs are coming up.
How is it available?
Who gets it?
It's in top magazines.
You're really selling it, Carl. You're obviously a fan of the magazine.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it... This seems now like you've said, let's pretend we don't know what it is. You sell it on air, make it sound...
I don't know what it is.
Well, I'll show you later.
Okay, cool.
And if people want a copy of it, they can go to the website and subscribe and you get it for free.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you're going to be in it.
And we're going to be in it.
Centre pages.
I don't look my best. I don't dress for radio. And,
Well, it's okay, because I'm photogenic, so I'll make up for whatever you...
I'll push you forward.
Rick, I don't know if you were aware of this, but we have some tickets to give away. Is your favourite band Marquis Smith's The Fall?
It is, yeah.
I thought it was. And is your favourite venue the Kentish Town Forum?
Oh, I'd see anything there. I'd see The Fall anywhere, and I'd see anything there. So if you're telling me The Fall are there, we're not giving away, Steve. I'd like those for myself.
Rick, I'm just trying to remember if your favourite support act of late is Schindler.
Oh, no, I hate them. I'm not going. Give them away.
Okay, so the doors are at 7:30. Doesn't say when it is.
Tonight.
I'm only joking, Schindler. I'm only joking, by the way. To Schindler, the lads in Schindler, if they think I'm being a little bit nasty.
It's tonight, it's at 7:30. The tickets are £11.50 in advance. I'm assuming there's probably some still left, but we have some to give away. How many have we got to give away? Just
3 pairs.
3 pairs, is it? Have you, talking of Schindler, you know the people that make lifts? Or I think escalators as well.
Oh, yeah.
If you notice, in the bottom of a lift, it always says Schindler. It's always made by some organisation called Schindler. Do you think it's the same Schindler? Like from Schindler's List.
So it's Schindler's Lifts.
Schindler's Lifts.
And it was passed down wrong. No, I didn't make a list.
Yeah.
I made lifts.
Yeah, I
joking. Spielberg was going, I've made a whole film about it.
It was 3 hours, it was in black and white, for God's sake.
Where'd you get the lifts? There was no lifts in it. I thought it was a list you made. No, I made lifts. Oh.
Anyway, next time we're going to lift, check that out. That is true. Anyway, we've got 3 tickets for the Fall. Sorry, 3 pairs of tickets for the Fall, who are performing tonight at Kentish Town Forum. If you'd like to win them, here's a question for you: which Radio 1 rival station, which Radio 1 personality used to be a member of the Fall? If you know, then you can get in touch on 08700 800 1234, or it's ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Is it Chris Moyles?
I don't want to give it away.
Is it on Peel?
I don't want to give it away.
Okay.
I don't want to give it away.
Okay.
But 2 words for you. Emma B.
XFM would like to apologise for material broadcast on November the 8th on The Breakfast Show with Christian O'Connell. The show featured the comedian and author Ben Elton. XFM would like to point out that during live interviews, we cannot realistically expect to control the language and content of our guest material. However, Christian would like to offer a full and frank apology for the fact Mr. Elton appeared to have overdosed on the Arcel tablets that morning. Christian would like you to know that the dullard will never be on again. We really are sorry.
This is XFM.
It is indeed. We're just looking at the Polaroids, the test the photographers do. And
I'm not at all happy.
no, do you know what I mean? Though it's like I kid myself. I must walk around. It does take mirrors and photographs. Like, oh no, yeah, I forgot I look like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Sort of like you look at that. Like a tree
Look
trunk.
at me, Rick. There. That's always with me.
Oh, there was a bloke downstairs thought I was Johnny Vegas. He was going, I love those adverts with a monkey. I didn't have the nerve to say I'm not him. At one point, he actually said, I like that one when he hits you. And I went, yeah. He went, you do any more adverts? And I went, yeah, I'm doing a couple more. I just thought, God, it's gone too far now. I can't say I'm not Johnny Vegas.
So I'm not really listening, because I want to say to you, can you get me more square on?
Yeah.
Square on, I'm not so bad. It's from the side.
Yeah, the side looks bad.
All right, come on, Rick.
Yeah.
Carl, what do you make of that? Pretty face.
Yeah, this isn't great radio.
No, it's not.
I know we never do great radio,
Yeah.
but this is
This
really
certainly isn't. This is some of the
slippery
worst we've
slope.
done.
Yeah, we were talking before about Schindler's Lists.
Yes.
Like those people just make one thing, and they're famous for that. Now, do you think the Monopoly commissions should investigate Armitage Shanks?
Yes.
Because I've never seen
another sink or toilet made by anyone else.
No, when did they take over this? Can you hear that clicking?
Yeah, would you just stop just for a second while we're just doing this?
Because he can't talk, because he's trying to make himself look so handsome.
Well, exactly, I've got to keep striking poses.
To sort of look normal.
I've just changed my mind. I want to, you remember that George Michael video where he doesn't appear, he just gets supermodels to play him?
Yeah.
Or kind of replace him. Can we do that maybe instead? Just
Yeah.
get a leggy blonde in. That'd be fine.
In our place, like 5 people.
Exactly.
Instead of, this is Steve.
Exactly.
But he looks like 5 women. Yeah, no, that is Steve.
And so you were talking about Shanks.
Yeah, Shanks, Armitage.
They've got it sewn up. They've sewn
They
it
have, haven't
up.
they?
Yeah.
When did they sort of like get
I don't know
big?
who the Shanks people are. I don't think they make anything else, though. I've never seen them making anything else other than lavatories and sinks. They seem to have got that.
So who went, we're going to make so many urinals that there's going to be too many urinals. No one's going to have a look in. When anyone's out having a slash, they're just going to be thinking,
Yeah.
Armitage
But
Shanks.
presumably there's someone called Armitage Shanks who's got his
be.
name all over that. Whenever you meet him, you're just thinking, I've had a Waz.
On Armitage
on Armitage Shanks. Is Waz a word? We can say Waz, can't we?
Yeah, or piss or slash.
Yeah, either of them's fine. Oh.
U2, Walk On. See, I like U2 again now. I liked him sort of, in the very early days. And I hated him for about 15 years. And then the last album, this, and Beautiful Day, I think really good.
Thanks for that.
They've lost all their pomposity, don't you think?
I saw one of them saying that he felt this was the best album they've ever made.
I tell you what, I'm not going to argue with him, whoever it was, Steve.
Could well have been The Edge, not sure. Could have been Larry Mullen.
Real name, David Evans.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Rick, you may recall that some time ago we gave people the opportunity to win some tickets for The Fall performing live at the Kentish Town Forum this evening.
Supported by Schindler.
I know you're a big fan of them. And we have some winners.
I could have made more lifts.
The question I set was, which Radio 1 personality used to be a member of The Fall? We did have some wrong answers. Wrong answers included Gary Davis.
Oh, I imagine him in The Fall. That is brilliant.
Noel Edmonds. And, of course, Ed Stewpot Stewart.
Oh, what's happened to Noel Edmonds? What's happened to lovely Nolly?
Noel's just utterly doomed, isn't he? No one will employ him now, it seems.
Well, we don't know that. That's probably libelous.
How is that libelous?
Well, he might be turning down stuff and therefore might be sort of waiting for a big comeback with Noel's House Party 2002 for all you know.
No, you're right, it is libelous. Thanks for pointing that out, Rick. It's already Laura's thinking that's not libelous. No, actually, good point.
Yeah.
So the winners are Minna, who's from Finland, apparently, according to these notes here. Minna.
Why is that funny?
Well, how would she have called him from Finland?
Well, no, when someone says, where are you from, she might have been here for like a year. I go, well, Finland.
Well, I've embarrassed myself. Sorry about that, Rick. Thanks for tearing me apart. That was fascinating radio. Vinny's also one. He's from Surrey.
Imagine coming from Surrey.
And Tom Prince from Canada. What a great name. Tom Prince. They're all the lucky winners.
I think we've lost it. No, I was really good. The first few weeks, and even the first hour. But this last 20 minutes, I feel that I've bored myself.
Yeah.
What's happened?
I think it's because you keep picking me up on every single thing I say. It can't help, surely. And then if it's not you, it's Karl having a go.
Yeah, but he's more going for your looks. I'm more working on your personality.
Right, sure.
But together...
So it's my fault now that the show's going
No, but
downhill.
it's like, we're sort of like your mentors. You've got to be harsh. It's like you're like Eliza Doolittle. And we've got lots of little stylists in, like they do with, makeovers and that, all that, faking it. They get in, like me and Karl. Karl's working on your looks. I'm doing your personality. We're going to get, like, stylists in and, coaches. And then you have to do a date. And the woman... and there's 3 other blokes, and she has to work out what the freak amongst them is, and you've got to go, no one voted for you as the freak.
Yeah, Rick, I've known you for 3 years. I don't think you're counting for that job.
Groove Armada, Superstyle on XFM 104.9. It's nearly the end of the show, Steve.
It is.
I'm going to try harder next week.
Yeah.
I mean, it started off well, and then I didn't get bored. I couldn't concentrate.
I know what you mean. I mean, I thought I tried hard early on with the anecdotes that embarrassed me and which Karl just used as
well, I had the funny bullshit T-shirt I had, and the
I had the woman walking around in my clumpy shoes.
I had the washing with me.
Oh, they were classic anecdotes, Rick.
Oh, I love the first hour.
I love the first hour. There should definitely be a sort of show on Saturday evenings on XFM with Kate Thornton
Richard Blackwood.
Blackwood would be good.
Moyles in going.
Just remembering
the first hour. They used to. Oh, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
That'd be lovely.
Oh, it'd be amazing. There's people taking our photographs, which I'm not happy with.
No,
I'll be honest. I'm gonna have someone.
I know
I'm only joking. He stopped. I was only joking. Oh, I've offended someone, which I don't like to do. And then we all the stuff about.
I'm worried though. I'm worried because I didn't know that the photos were going to be taken.
Yeah.
That we won't seem quite as hip and down with the kids as we thought we would on account of wearing these tuxedos.
I'm telling you now, that is ironic. We are down by law. This next track is Ice Cube. It was a good day. It's my selection for the hip-hop track.
Yeah.
As you know, we want to spread the word of...
a lot of people don't seem to realise that hip-hop is music as well, and it's out there, and it should be enjoyed by kids. And it's at the moment, it's kind of quite an eclectic thing, it's very underground.
Yeah.
We're trying to bring it into the mainstream.
Yeah, and in this... Cube says it was a good day, simple things like he didn't use his AK. That's the sort of world he lives in. That's what he's trying to get across.
And it talks to you about your life.
Sure.
Yeah, respect it.
Well, there you go. Ice Cube, it was a good day.
Great song.
Yeah. Well, you've got a great song coming up as well.
I have indeed. It's the song for the ladies, Rick. We'll leave people with that. Have you seen the film Magnolia?
I have.
It's one of the most underrated movies. It didn't get a single Oscar nomination. It's absolutely fantastic. Breathtaking cinema.
Yeah, it's
made
fantastic.
by the guy that made Boogie Nights. Absolutely fantastic. Tom Cruise is in it, loads of people. And the soundtrack is entirely written by Amy Mann. Now, I don't know if she's normally the sort of person they play on XFM, but she's a singer-songwriter of great skill, I think.
Yeah.
And this is a song that features in one of the most breathtaking moments in the film.
It's amazing when they all sing.
Sequence.
Yeah, it all brings it together. It is, we won't come across, obviously.
No, but it nevertheless is a good song. It's called Wise Up. We'll be playing that in a second. But otherwise, Rick, that's it, isn't it?
That is it. What will you be doing tonight, Steve?
What are we doing tonight, Rick? Probably gonna be staying in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what and doing what?
Oh, watching some telly.
Oh,
yeah.
That's not all if I know you. Did I see a couple of cans of weak lager in your carrier bag?
I did sneak them in, yeah.
You're not going to drink them both tonight, are you?
What are you, my mother?
Okay, do what you want.
Oh.
Will you be sleeping alone again?
If I play my cards right.
Will you be having a little tug just
I'm
to get
going
yourself off to sleep?
I'll probably have a couple of tugs. If there's something saucy on Channel 5, I will.
XFM 104.9.
Here's Wise Up. Amy Mann, enjoy it.
XFM 104.9. Dandy Warhol's Bohemian Like. It was the Ricky Gervais show.
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah, exactly. And Karl, who's turned our microphones on. Can't believe it.
Good to see you, Karl. Good to see you, Ricky.
Cheers. Now, in a fun-filled and music-filled show, we've got music and fun.
Yes, looking forward to that.
2 hours, solid 2 hours. There's no gaps.
There's nothing.
There'll be no dead air.
There will be adverts sometimes.
There'll be adverts, yeah, but I mean, that's what pays our wages, isn't it, really?
Certainly.
And some of the adverts I think are quite amusing.
Yes. No, I think like the ones that you're on.
Yeah. We've got our hip-hop challenge. We've got Song for the Lover, Song for the Ladies. We've got a film review. So
magnificent. Had any calls about that, Rick? Maybe Channel 5 or someone onto you?
No, they haven't. No,
that's strange. That's weird.
No, but it's. I think it's a bit ahead of its time because it's very unique.
Sure,
it's not like other film, is it? It's sort of like it's a bit. a bit out there.
Yeah,
Anything caught your eye this week, Steve?
Rick, I know that both you and I are kind of obsessed with these people who believe in, people who can predict the future or have got contact with the dead or whatever.
Yeah.
And I know Mystic Meg's a bit of a nonsense, but people do take her seriously. On the cover of The Sun today, Mystic Meg won me 15 million quid.
Wow.
Right, you're thinking that's a pretty amazing claim. I know that Karl believes in Mystic Meg and all that sort of rubbish, You're thinking, wow, here at last is proof that she has got powers. And you wonder to yourself, well, maybe she predicted the numbers specifically, that would be a hell of a...
Just to him.
Yeah, which is incredible, which is absolutely incredible. And so there's this guy, lottery mad Tom Naylor, he's a lorry driver, right, he won 15 million quid.
Yeah.
He says, I always read my horoscope in The Sun and follow the advice. Basically, what Meg said was, keep a lottery ticket in a yellow mug to add luck. So you're thinking, well, okay, so he's kept his ticket in a yellow mug. That's still pretty extraordinary.
Yeah.
I didn't have a yellow mug, says Tom, so I put the pages of my map book. So I put the ticket in the pages of my map book, which is yellow.
Right. He's used the yellow. No, he's used the yellow.
Yeah, no, see, I don't know much about how Mystic Meg works. I'm assuming maybe there's some kind of pseudoscience that she applies.
Yeah.
I think if she'd said, put it near anything yellow, fine.
Yeah.
She said, put it in a yellow mug. That's pretty specific.
Yeah.
From that, he's thought, well, I'll ignore Meg's advice. I always do what she says. If she says, put it in a yellow mug, I'll put it in.
She's had two sort of points of reference there. The descriptor, the yellowness of the object, and the object itself. The noun should be a mug. Yeah. What's missing in the yellow book is the mugness.
The mugness is one of the
It's got lots of bookness, but it wasn't the bookness that gave him the 15 million. So,
exactly.
I reckon Mystic Meg won me 7.5 million.
Right.
Would have been a more accurate.
Sure, yeah. So, I don't know. Karl, do you think that that's pretty spooky and weird, unnatural stuff?
So I'm just a bit livid today. I wasn't really listening to what you were saying.
Not paying attention?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Do you want to notify us before, we ask you questions?
You are giving to us. Go on.
It would have just been nice if you would have, warned me you were going to ask me about it. I'm just a bit livid.
Go on, what about?
Just...
Have I done something?
Talk about... No, not you two. Just a bit livid.
XFM 104.9. Stand clear. Adam F, MOP. We all know whose dad Adam F is.
Who was it?
We all know who's Adam F's dad of. We all know dads. Do we?
Rick, can you keep filling? Because I've realised I've left my mobile phone on, and the kind of calls I'm going to be getting on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I'll just keep it. No, it's just... Oh, that was Adam F and MOP. Stand clear. We all know Adam F's got a dad. Oh, done it again. Do you remember the trivia quiz?
I forgot it.
Whose dad is Adam F?
Elvin Stardust.
Yes, Shane Fenton. That's what the F must be for. You're back.
That's done. Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to be. Or people that are calling you all the time.
Oh, the ladies.
Oh, God. Anyway, XFM 104.9. We're going to start now. We're going to start now. This is proper radio from now. Go. Go.
Oh, there's a lot of pressure on me now.
Yeah.
I'm going to muck it up. Now, Rick, I know you're a big trivia fan. I know you're obsessed with trivia. And I thought to myself, well, how can I entertain Rick on Saturday?
Go on.
So I was wandering around on the web looking for trivia, basically, that could entertain you. And you're a big animal trivia fan.
I love animal facts.
There's not much that you don't know about animals.
Oh.
But here's
you're going to catch me out now, aren't you?
No, well, I don't know. Here's one. I don't know if you've heard this one before. Ants never sleep.
No, I know. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
And they've got alcohol in their blood, so they don't freeze and winter. And that's why you never see a lazy ant. It's always working. It's drunk, but it's always working.
They never sleep, but they do take a lot of fag breaks.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I think it's because they can't sleep, because it's like noisy neighbours. There's about 1 million of them living sometimes in a room, and it must be very... But you see them carrying a leaf, and they see someone else, and they go, do you want a hand with that? And they go, don't be silly, you're carrying some at 8 times your body weight as it is. He goes, well, I've got another pair of hands free. Yeah. Give you a hand. Yeah, they're great.
No, they're incredible. They're incredible.
Yeah, I'll do that one next.
Okay, well, this is one I'm throwing right at you as well, Karl. There's only one bird that has a penis.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. This is a genuine trivia question.
I'd say... I think I've seen one on this. Is it an ostrich?
Right, you're going for ostrich, Karl?
I'll go for ostrich as well.
Right. Would you come up with that yourself, or...?
Yeah, I was going to say that before you said it.
Well, guys, you went for ostrich.
Chicken?
You're both wrong. It's actually the swan.
I enlarged it to chicken. That's a bit worrying then, because I thought I saw an ostrich penis, so what was I looking at?
I don't know, were you just examining it closely at the zoo? I was just...
It's
probably a strap-on.
It was probably two leather ostriches giving each other one.
Exactly.
And that's how that can influence people. Things like that. Dirty, filthy leather ostriches can
confuse a child if he's at the zoo and he doesn't know.
A swan's got. That's really annoying. I'd never give a swan a knob. So it's the little puffiest of all birds, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm protected by the queen, but I need a knob. If I had to give a knob to any bird.
Good question.
No,
I wish I'd posed that myself. If you could give a knob to any bird, what would it be? Phone in.
Vulture.
Of course, a vulture.
They need
a big bang stick.
Yeah.
What about yourself, Carl? If you could give a knob to any bird, and don't make it rude. Or if I could give a knob to any bird,
what
I'd make
bird
it
do you suit up? It's got to be a bird of prey or something like that, hasn't it? Cool.
It's the robin, really.
That would be amazing.
That would be Christmas cards would be like.
Yeah, but it's a normal human-sized knob on a robin. That'd be great, wouldn't it? And the other thing annoying about this is ironic, right? Now, the male of all bird species they're called a cock.
Yes.
Right. But the only bird with a cock, right, is called a cob.
Is that what a swan's called?
Yeah, they're cob and pen. They're not cock and hen.
That's annoying.
And he isn't a cock, but he's got a cock.
Yeah. Good. Quick query there, Rick.
Go on.
When you said then cock,
yeah,
presumably you meant male bird the first time you said it.
Yeah.
The second time you said it, you said cock. Did you mean the penis?
Well, you're showing off the whole farce of radio broadcasting.
Because you're not really allowed to say cock.
No, exactly, no. One cock would cause great offence.
Yeah.
The other cock's fine.
Exactly.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is strange. It is strange. So, I mean, if I said now to you, I like cocks.
Yeah.
Meaning birds.
Yeah, that's
that'd be fine.
Yeah.
But if I meant penises, it would be a problem.
If you like cocks and it was penis, right. That would be...
Carl, do you like cocks? Do you like cocks?
No.
Right, okay, that's fine. I was asking if you like...
No, I like,
Yeah. Well, I'm a big fan of tits.
The small birds that come down and peck at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like tits and cocks. There's nothing...
Tits and cocks.
There's nothing wrong with... There's nothing... Carl, don't worry. There's nothing wrong with saying tits and cocks.
When I said tits, I meant the little birds.
Yeah,
and when I said cocks, I mean the big birds.
Yeah. Do you know, when...
Go on.
No, it's just that... It's when you're talking about tits.
Yeah.
At the milk. Do you... I like the fact they flutter away when they hear the milkman coming.
Oh, come on.
So when... What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, when the milkman's coming, when he's walking up...
Ash, and sometimes, lovely song, got to apologise to our producer there, because he was worried about... There was nothing wrong with it, it's just like saying... You like watching birds in the garden.
It's just that I think you're better than that.
I know, it's cheap, isn't it, to say, like... I
like tits.
Yeah, I like cocks. So, are we a bit more literary now? One of my favourite things is Fanny by Gaslight.
Really? That's interesting. I'm a big fan of Moby Dick.
The book, Moby Dick. Yeah, not the medical condition. There's nothing innuendo. No, it's the big, horrible thing that used to swallow semen.
Yeah.
Now, in the winter...
Yeah.
Steve.
Go on.
There's nothing I like more than to keep my hands warm in a muff.
No, sure. You mean those kind of furry things that sort of classy-looking ladies...
Yeah, posh ladies often put their hands... when you have a nice, like, a party and they're all leaving...
a winter party.
And you might take the wrong hat or something. There's nothing I like more than to see two posh women with their hands in each other's muffs.
Oh, that's always a
And
fun
they're going, oh, this must be yours.
Yeah, that is always funny.
Yeah.
That's always funny.
Yeah. But... Seriously, no, I'll stop this, you're right, I've got a degree
I just remembered that my favourite Beatles song is Come Together.
Yeah. Now, we're going to stop this now, Carl, because it's childish. You're right, I've got a philosophy degree, for Christ's sake, and it's about time.
Who's your favourite philosopher, do you mind me asking?
Well, I would tell you, except when I have a talk about it, I go into a Cockney accent.
Really?
So it can be like, my favourite philosopher, I like a bit of Kant.
Right. Is that Immanuel Kant, the philosopher?
Yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah.
That's strange. What's his name again?
Kant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That can be weird. Can be strange.
Look at Carl's face.
Look at his face.
Look at his face.
Join in, Carl. Undo your trousers. Just
We'd be like Stan Boardman when he told the Fokker joke.
Yeah.
We won't do local radio again for 10 years. Ian Brown, Dolphins were monkeys.
Yep.
Before that, I don't know what that was. I'm still pissed off that swans have got cocks.
Yeah.
It's a waste. It's a waste of a knob with a swan.
I know what you mean.
They don't know what they're doing with it half the time. Now, we've got some great... Do you remember... We've stopped all the silly innuendos now. But do you remember...
I think it's because they've got a long neck. and to balance them properly in the water.
Counterbalance.
What are those things that boats have underneath?
A rudder.
No.
No, yeah,
You know what I mean, like
the keel
yachts?
thing, yeah, the big...
Maybe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It might be. You might be right. Yeah.
Balance.
What about? But ducks would need one as well, wouldn't they?
Ducks don't.
Because they've got short necks.
Oh, I see what you mean. It's the necks. Yeah.
So hold on. So do you think that's... So, long necks, long knob?
Don't look at me, Gervais.
That's Steve.
I know. No. Sandy Toshfeg's got a tiny cock, hasn't she?
But she has got one, which is interesting.
That's libelous. I'd just like to say now that Sandy Toshfeg has never had a knob.
No, she's not.
But you're not lying about the neck.
No, she's got a little
Yeah,
neck.
tiny
That's
little
fine.
neck,
That's clear for all to see. I just remember a bloke I saw on Opportunity Knocks once.
Opportunity knocks.
Yeah, it was a pianist who, well, it's true, and his name was Wayne King. Do you like Wayne King?
Carl, what's your opinion on Wayne King?
I don't know his work.
You're not a fan of his work. Okay, no, that's fine. Carl, we asked your opinion, mate, and you've given it, and that's all we can ask for.
Oh, no opinion on Wayne King.
If you're a fan of Wayne King at home, please get in touch. The email address I had, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. What was the number again? 08700 800 1234. You know, if you like Wayne King, or if, you know...
No.
Oh, what are you talking about? We're asking someone's music opinion. It's a music station. What? You're
It's going to be like this all day. Let's talk about you and your girlfriends again. I think people enjoy that more.
Oh!
Wow,
You are grumpy. Why are you grumpy? You're all grumpy because you've been loaded. Come on, tell us. Come on.
I think I've got SAD.
What's that mean?
That thing when it's
Sade. Go
when
on.
it's dark outside and you feel depressed.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've got that.
But you're from Manchester, aren't you? Isn't it like pitch black there all the time? Isn't it like which country is it? Is it Iceland, where it's like dark all year?
The land of the mole people.
No.
Yeah.
I was telling Steve before. In fact, I'm not going to bore you with it. Go on. What were we saying about
Well, you bored me with it earlier. Can't you bore him with it?
Yeah, it's only fair. What were we saying about what?
Wayne King?
Did you
Oh,
say-
Carl, play a record.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
disgusting, Carl. You're a pervert.
Hello. This Christmas, help a London breakfast show. For every 100 new listeners this month, we'll save one of Santa's reindeer from having his hooves chopped off and boiled down into glue or, turned into an ashtray or something. Please tune in, save a reindeer, and enjoy a variety of music like R.E.M., U2, Turin Breaks, Roots Maneuver, Andrew W.K. And make sure the tiny orphans get a proper Christmas this year. Or do you think that's all right, you sick pervert?
Liquido, play some rock. That's what we're doing, Steve.
We are indeed.
Before that, Weezer, Island in the Sun.
Can I just ask Carl a quick question?
Yeah, why does he swear so much on radio?
No. Carl, did you see that film last night, Gaylord Say No?
Yes.
Oh,
What were you watching that for?
yeah, weirdo. Oh, you're always going to lose with that one. Rick, did you see that film last night, Gaylord Say No?
No.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
You're a Gaylord.
Oh.
That is actually the official way of finding out if someone's gay.
That's how Oscar Wilde got caught.
That's exactly how he got caught.
Yeah, they went, well, we got no evidence the arm was okay. Anyway, cheers, my lad. Oh, before you go, Oscar, see that film last night? Go and say no.
No.
Take him away.
Yeah.
Take him
to that bender downstairs.
Take him out of my sight.
That is how they got him.
Yeah.
That's the official way.
Yeah.
Children in Need last night, Rick.
Oh. I watched a bit of it.
Did you watch any of it, Carl?
I was a bit
It's
through it.
awful.
It is
isn't
pretty bad.
It's the worst thing ever. I mean, I've said this before. The thing about Children in Need, it makes the whole country and BBC One for one day into just one big school fete.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
exactly.
mean? It's so pathetic. The entertainment is ill thought out. It's just boring.
I'd prefer it if they just made everyone pay £1.
That'd be fine, yeah.
And they make more money, and we wouldn't have to sit through it.
Just add it to the licence
But
fee.
surely surely that's just a taxation that we should,
But that's
as
fine.
opposed to going through this nonsense of seeing people from West End musicals who aren't selling come out and do a song.
Yeah, of course.
God.
But it's just that they may as well, because I know there was Terry Wogan at one point going around the audience with a bucket, just rallying it, getting all members of the audience to put loose change in a bucket. This is national television.
Yeah.
I'm watching, they've already had to sit through 3 hours of rubbish, now you're making them pay for it.
Does he get paid?
I don't know if he's done it for... I know, there's a lot of people who go on there, though. All the pop acts that go on there, they're all plugging a new single.
Of course, but that's...
It's like, it's this mask of sort of this charade of charity, but they're all plugging a single.
Yeah.
It's just pathetic. It's utterly pathetic. They may as well bring on a big tombola, and guess how many kind of pennies are in the jar.
Out of Pudsey, you lose his eye as well.
Well, you get another one out if you're not careful. And I watched it quite late, because we just had it on in the corner, we were sort of chatting and stuff. And... about 1 o'clock in the morning, okay, they've been promising this for ages. It was a couple of sort of Hollyoaks stars or something, male stars, were going to be part of a male striptease. The full Monty type.
I turned that off.
Yeah.
I didn't want to watch that, Steve.
Do you notice the way he said it had been promising for ages? It was like 1 in the morning, almost like he's been staying up.
Yes,
Well,
Carl's
you've got the measure of me, Carl.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah. Did you see that film last night, Gaylord Say No? No, but the point was, like, the thing about the, are you a Gaylord tied to a tree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you are, then.
There you are.
That's
Done
another piece of evidence.
Really done me.
But no, seriously, so they bring on these, this male stripper kind of gang come on, like, firemen or whatever, and they come on, and they cut to the audience, and there was one woman just putting her glasses on. Like about a 4-year-old woman. It was 1 in the morning, she'd fallen asleep, and her friend had gone, Agnes, quick, put your glasses on, wake up, they're getting their cocks out. And I mean cocks.
Yeah.
And they did this striptease, right? They did this striptease, and I have to swear, right? They went right down to their underwear. They had these kind of, and they were just flashing their arses. It was, and I was thinking, this is for kiddies, and it was obscene. It was utterly obscene. I was
Not 1 in the morning. It's not.
What are you talking about? It was appalling. It's
the charity is.
No, but it was offensive. I was offended by it. It was the BBC, it was charity, and there were blokes with their todgers almost out.
Yeah, but the fact is, but it's post-Watershed. You can have any event and give it to anything, can't you?
No, that's not right. It's for children. Because a lot of children will stay up and watch that. Their parents will go, yeah, it's fine, you can stay up and watch Children in Need. That's for kids.
Yeah, but then arses aren't,
It was, but it wasn't just arses. They gave the impression they were fully nude. I mean, thankfully they weren't. I made a close inspection, but it was obscene.
Yeah, me and Carl are looking at each other.
Yeah, you're looking at each other, gazing into each other's eyes.
Just for 1 week only, we're back at score, okay? There's innuendos, we laugh when we say the word bender, cock, tits meaning birds.
Carl and Ricky sitting in a tree, Kissing. Rick, have you been enjoying Bubba Sparks' current hit, Ugly? You're ugly, oh I'm ugly, ugly. A song which means nothing to me, actually. I can't relate to it at all.
I have.
What do you make of Bubba?
I like Bubba.
He's a sort of down south kind of rapper.
I know where this is going. I bet you've got a little bit of Bubba in your hip-hop challenge.
Oh, well, we did have the hip-hop challenge a couple of weeks ago, but I lost. So basically, we're just playing a favourite hip-hop track of ours, aren't we, each week? And this is my selection. It's from Bubba's current album. It's not the hit, Ugly. It's the album's actually called Dark Days, Bright Nights, and I believe this song presumably comes from that title, because it's called Dark Days, Bright Nights. Enjoy it, Rick.
I will.
Bubba Sparks, Dark Days, Bright Nights, title track of his current album. Rick, what do you make of it?
I love it.
Do you enjoy
it's
it?
Great. It's hypnotic. It's the chorus. Is that a song? Sounds like Stevie Wonder?
It does sound like Steve. I don't know. I haven't got the inlay sleeve to hand. I can't tell you.
Does anyone know? Maybe they could call in.
Rick, I'd love to give out the number. In fact, I will. 08700 800 1234. Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk, who is providing the chorus for Bubba Sparks' Dark Days, Bright Nights, 104.9 XFM.
Wow, from Bubba Sparks to Sparky Bubs. Those Sparky Bub boys, Suede.
Hey, slick.
Strokes, last night on XFM, 104.9 before that, Suede.
Absolutely.
Beautiful ones. Fella just phoned up and said you were talking about waterfowl before. The only bird with a penis is the swan. And he said that it was worried him about the ugly duckling. They'll go about, he turned into a swan, but ducklings, they're not called ducklings, they're called cygnets. I pointed out that the swan in question didn't understand, because he thought he was a duckling.
Yeah.
And that all the other ducks sort of laughed at him because he was all gangly and everything. But they turned into a swan, and he realised, I was a swan all along.
Yeah, the ugly duckling story got me through so many bleak nights as a child.
You couldn't wait to one day turn into a swan.
Still waiting for it.
So you can have a knob.
So I can have it, yeah, cool.
Yeah, because... look, Carl, look, don't worry. It's a nice little... No one's going to complain about this. This is lovely, childish, lovely little innuendo. There's nothing nasty or vicious. There's no...
And anyway, off air, you're a different kettle of fish. You were trying to get us with the Gaylord's joke.
Yes, he was, and he tried to do this. We'd done the Gaylords. Did you see that film last night, Gaylords Say No? Carl, trying to get his own back, went... Did you watch Gaylords last night? Brilliant.
It's got to be... Did you see that film last night, Gaylords Say No? And then you say no, and we all point and laugh.
Oh, I was going to ask you, is it true he's leaving Friday? Robinson Crusoe.
Nice one. High five, Rick. Oh, he got you right. He got you the right one there. I don't know what that means, but he did.
Anyway. Yeah.
We're talking about children in need, Rick.
Oh, yeah.
And, Carl, what's wrong with you?
He's just got it. He's just got it. Go on. Yeah.
We were talking about children in need earlier, and as I say, I'm not a fan of it. And this is a couple of years ago. I was working, and I had to drive up to Blackpool.
Oh yeah.
And so it was Comic Relief night. It was a Friday night, and we were listening to all the different kind of BBC radio stations. So they all cover Comic Relief. They all sort of link up as one big thing. And I think this was maybe like sort of, I don't know, BBC Solihull or something. And they've always got they've got this one guy in the studio doing all the DJing, and there's some bloke who's sort of outside the BBC with some kids and whatever else, kind of doing a live link up. And the guy outside was Steve Baxter. I forget the name of the DJ inside.
I love the fact you remember this man's name.
Well, it's important because we're listening, and the guy in the studio, he's there and he's chatting away, and he's going, got a signed picture here of the Spice Girls. All the girls have signed that, so the highest bidder gets to win that, and you have that. And I seem to have run out of words. He just said, I seem to have run out of words. And we were like listening, like, okay. And he just went, I seem to have run out of words. I wonder if Steve Baxter's got any for me. And Steve Baxter's just outside, like, obviously not ready, just going...
Didn't have any words either?
Yeah, no words.
Well, who's got all the words, then?
It was wordless.
I don't believe it. He's probably used up too many words in the first hour.
Exactly. He just used all the words up.
And he didn't want to repeat himself.
Exactly.
So he just thought, that's it.
It was a hideous blunder. So we were enjoying that and the work of Steve Baxter, and we were driving along, and then we were driving, and we got stuck in this jam on the way out to Blackpool, and I saw this kind of white Mercedes, like, a couple of them. I thought, it looks quite swank, you know, and I'm swank. And I drove up, we were driving up behind it, and the number plate was something, I can't remember exactly, but I think it was something like Orv 1. I'm thinking, interesting, Orv 1, you know. So we're driving alongside, who is driving? No, actually, it wasn't a driver, there was a guy driving it, in the front seat, asleep.
Green Duck.
Keith Harris.
Really?
Keith Harris was there. Orville, as I recall, on the back seat.
Oh, no.
I couldn't believe it, yeah.
Was asleep or...?
I think he was asleep.
Just knackered.
I didn't see Cuddles, the crazy monkey. I imagine he would have popped up at some point, just kind of annoying the driver's hair, just going a bit crazy.
Yeah, you've got. I think Cuddles has to go in the boot.
He's got to go in the boot because he caused havoc.
Yeah, and knowing Cuddles, he'd put his hands over the driver's eyes,
exactly,
around,
causing all kinds of trouble.
But the thing is, he doesn't understand road safety. To be fair,
well, he's a monkey.
Yeah,
he's a monkey, and he's got a lisp,
and not even a real one at that.
No.
You see, the thing what was about Orville is that argument raged for years between him and Harris, and Orville's right. He can't fly.
He can't fly, yeah.
So I'm worried that Harris will lull him to full sense of security.
But you can fly.
Yeah, and then when Harris is out, Orville will climb onto a chair, onto a windowsill, basically think he can fly, and just plummet.
Yeah.
To his death.
Just a quick point about Orville. I'm surprised he's still not potty trained. Because he's been wearing that nappy of his for years.
I know.
He can talk. He's mastered the power of speech.
Yeah.
Still crapping everywhere, I assume.
I assume so.
Flying around.
Yeah.
Mess.
And as we definitely know, he's a duck, so he hasn't got a cock.
He has not got a penis.
Penis, sorry. That was a mistake. There, I did say cock.
Did you mean penis, though?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have said that, Rick.
I'm really sorry.
You should have pretended you meant bird.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Oh, we're going to
put your fingers in your mouth like this, Carl. Right? Put it apart like that. Right. Now just say bucket and spade.
No, with your fingers in your mouth.
Put your fingers out and just say bucket and spade.
Bucket and spade.
No, don't do that.
Keep your fingers in your mouth when you say it.
Bucket.
Oh, Carl, play a record.
Outrageous, Carl.
Smashing Pumpkins, Untitled on XFM 104.9. I just got to tell you something, Steve. Remember, at my birthday party, my girlfriend had bought me one of those arcade games. She put money in a pub.
Oh, it's a quiz machine, though.
Quiz machine, yeah, a touch screen. And we're all playing, but Steve, with his general film knowledge, people were getting like 100,000 points and getting through, right? Steve got something like 8 million.
Right, listen, I got the top score on a movie trivia quiz game, right? Who's the geek now?
Yeah.
All right, Carl? Hello.
No, but it was impossible. And I tried it, and I for like months after, I just thought I've just got to knock him off the top. And I did all the other categories, and I was best at rock. Let's say that. But by no means is the gap between a friend of mine and a friend of yours, Johnny Camden, the lovely Irish comedian, came round last night.
Yeah.
Had a couple of goes. He got something like 30 million.
That's mental. That's madness.
Yeah. In fact, you're right, because Johnny bought this comic, right? He loves Doctor Who, and he bought this comic, and Steve, he left it there, and Steve, I got a post-it note on every page wrote geek. Yeah. Johnny gets it home, reads it on the tube, and there's geek written on every page. That's the sort of vicious man Steve is. He can hand it out. Do you know what I mean? Imagine him calling you a geek. What must that feel like, to be called a geek by Steve Merchant? What do you think, Carl?
Every week he has a go at me, anyway.
What are you talking about? A go at you? You're having a go at me every week.
3 weeks.
What?
You've been having a go at me.
I have not had a go. You always had a go at me.
You've always said to me, what do I look like? And what do you expect me to do? Lie?
Oh, he's done you again, Steve!
No, I'm not getting into this.
He's done you again.
One lad called up before and said, have a go at Steve again, these looks. And it's not like a game. I'm not like coming in here every week and wanting to make you look, come across as an ugly bloke. I don't need to do that.
He's done you up. He's done you up.
Is this because of the Gaylord stuff?
No, it's
you're having a go at me again?
Oh.
It's just that you had a go at me before.
I didn't have a go at you at all. I was talking to Ricky. I haven't had a word. I haven't spoken a word to you.
Your eyes.
Is this why you're in an ugly mood? A bad mood? A generally grim mood? Is it because you just think I'm going to have a go at you?
I don't know what it is. When I get here, you're all right. And then as soon as you come in here, you change.
I haven't done anything. What are you talking about? You're paranoid. I haven't said anything, mate. I've drawn a little picture of you here, but
I'll tell you what we need now is a song for the lovers. I want to tell you now.
Please.
This has been one of my favourite songs for about 20 years. It's by David Bowie. Now, David Bowie's had his phases, and I liked his glam stuff, and Tin Machine went off. He's always sort of there, on and off, right? But this song is off Space Oddity, and it's called Letter to Hermione, and I don't know why he stopped writing songs like this, because this is probably one of the most beautiful songs ever recorded, and I know Steve agrees with me on this.
I do indeed. Rick, can I just kiss and make up with Carl?
No, that is...
No, let me just kiss my kiss.
Yeah, but it doesn't next week it'll be the same again. What? It doesn't mean anything. It's like saying sorry.
Oh, it's on the lips.
Go on, he's...
Carl!
Get off it! I've never... Carl has gone a absolute shade of purple, straining not to have Merchant's...
There's no point, Steve.
What? No.
There's no point.
No, just shake and make up.
Shake what, Rick?
There you go. All friends, sit down. That's lovely. That's a lovely moment. It's XFM 104.9, and this is Letter to Hermione by David Bowie. It's beautiful. Letter to Hermione by David Bowie. Well, after that, I think you wrote The Laughing Gnome.
I know. It's just... the thing about David Bowie, I feel the same way. It's that he's clearly a great, rock musician, great fun records. I saw him at Glastonbury, absolutely fantastic entertainer. But his songs have never gripped me. They never got me at the heart,
Except that one.
That's the first one I've ever heard of his, which really got me in the gut.
Yeah.
Amazing lyrics.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Carl, what are your thoughts?
It's all right.
Yeah, you're a poet, Carl. Play something else, then.
Blur. Coffee and TV. Good to hear that one again.
Yes, good.
Before that, Radiohead, True Love Waits. Well, Steve, it's time for my world-famous film review.
People love it.
Yeah.
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 How can I just ask, before you crack on with the film review, I notice you often do films that people have already seen.
Well, you see, that's what I mean. That's why I think your film review failed, because people didn't know what film you were talking about. They hadn't seen it.
Yes.
See, there was mine. I picked ones they've seen.
Sure.
When
a lot of people would say that the benefit of a film review was the fact that they hadn't seen it yet, so they were going to make up their mind based on that.
I don't know who'd say that.
I prefer Ricky's.
Okay.
See?
All right, Carl. See, there you are again, being nasty to me.
No, he's got a choice.
All right. Anyway, so my point is that how would you hope people would use your reviews? Right?
However they want.
Okay.
Really.
Okay.
So...
Would you hope that they'd maybe seen the film but they hadn't yet made up their mind?
Whether they liked it or not. Well, this is up to them. This is for everyone. It's easy.
So if someone said... Because I think, you did... one of your most famous ones, I think, was One for the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Now, that came out, I think, in 1975.
Yeah.
So maybe some people saw it in 1975, haven't yet made up their mind as to what they thought of it.
Yeah, now this put them straight and what to look for next time, maybe.
Okay.
Ready? Ricky Gervais film review.
Sure.
Review. Right? chosen Rain Man.
Rain Man. Okay, now this has been on TV quite a few times, and it was a multiple Oscar winner.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, okay, right. Rain Man, it's got Tom Cruise in it,
Yep.
and he's all right, he's normal, but he finds out he's got a brother who's a bit mad. Dustin Hoffman is doing it, right? And it's meant to be. He's all weird, but he's meant to be, so it's good acting. Now, he needs to keep his brother, but they don't want him to have a brother, and he doesn't remember a lot, but he dropped him in the bath and burnt him when he was little, clumsy idiot. But then he finds out he can make a bit of money, so they get the same suits, and they go bet two for good, well, because he's got special powers. So he can know what the roulette. He wins that, and he drops some toothpicks. He knows how many there are, and he recognises the waitress just through the book. He's got all his football cards. Don't put them out of order. Don't go in the telephone box with him. He smells, and get him back in time for Jeopardy or watch it anyway. Then he slap his head and get worried. Qantas don't crash, so he's got all that. And in the end, he doesn't. I don't think, but at least they've met each other.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, Rain Man, a film about autism, which is strangely appropriate, I think, when you're reviewing it.
Anyway,
What would you give it out of 10?
oh, 9.
Okay. Thanks very much for that. Were you useful? Yeah? Have you seen the film before?
No, but I will now.
Okay, jolly good. Well, excellent.
New Order. 60 miles an hour on XFM 104.9. Well, quarter of an hour to go.
Yep.
We've still got your song for the ladies.
Song for the ladies coming up. Time now, though, Rick, for Under the Covers. You've got me covered. Cover Me Bad. Which is when we play a cover version of a well-known hit.
Just see the sort of effort that goes into the show.
There's a lot of work.
We've learned something. We've learned the only bird with a penis is the swan.
Swan.
We've had an interesting anecdote where he saw Orville.
I saw Orville.
Yeah.
Keith Harrison Orville.
We've had a film review, Rain Man.
Informative.
An award-winning film I reviewed today.
Yes.
So
that was an Oscar winner, Carl.
ants. There's been things about ants.
Ants never sleep.
Yeah.
If you missed the beginning, you won't know that fact.
We've had various songs
Music.
and that.
Beautiful.
So carry on, Steve.
Cover Me Up. The White Stripes, everyone's raving about them, Rick.
Sure.
They are an exciting band, and this is their cover of the Dolly Parton classic, Jolene.
Love it already.
White Stripes and their version of Jolene. What did you make of it, Rick?
I loved it. I loved it. I want to ask Carl a question, though, because Carl sometimes in awe of this newfangled world that we live in. What do you think of the scenario? What do you think is going on there? Because it's a bloke singing to a woman, begging her not to take his man. What do you think's going on there?
Say again.
Well, that's a bloke there singing.
Yeah, to his wife Jolene.
Right. Were you listening to the lyrics, or?
You see, I got mixed up anyway. I thought it was about that one about the person who chucks himself off a bridge. So I was thinking more about that than listening to that one.
Right, listen.
Well, go on it.
Right. Jolene, I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. You flaming locks of auburn hair, even though you can, don't. He's all I've got. You're a beautiful woman. Don't take my man, because I can't compete with you, right?
Yeah.
What do you think's going on there, though? Because, you know, it's Dolly Parton singing it. We know what's going on. They're fighting over the same man, aren't we?
Yeah.
What do you think's going on when a bloke singing it to Jolene? What do you think of the scenario there?
That's one of them names, isn't it? That could be a bloke's name. It's like Leslie.
Oh, Christ. Okay, sorry, it was a...
I wish you'd not asked him that question. It's so exhausting.
I love him.
Do ants sleep, Carl? Which bird's got a cock?
Swan.
A swan. Okay, nice one. Listen, I want to play that song for various people who've emailed and phoned in saying they want requests. We don't really play requests on the show, but we'd like to mention them anyway. Matt Barr, Magic Thighs. That's not Matt Barr's Magic Thighs, that's Matt Barr and Magic Thighs. Yeah. Kieran in Dublin, Stuart in Hackney, Lisa and Alison in Crouch End, and Glenn in Crystal Palace, who was phoning up with a nice message earlier. All of you, thanks for listening, and thanks for enjoying it. Sorry we didn't play your requests, but tune in next time, it'll be fun. Anyway, I just all I wanted to say, really.
Here's tragic.
What's tragic?
What did you want me to say about that song?
Just your opinion. Your own opinion was fine.
It's
in fact, your own opinion is better than anything I could really hope for. Without doubt. Whenever I ask you a question...
You constantly surprise us.
Yeah. It's wonderful. So only ever... Carry on telling the truth. Carry on saying exactly what's on your mind. And I think this could become a great...
You're like a man who was frozen in Victorian era and has been reawoken and is kind of discovering the world. Some things make sense, other things don't. It's beautiful.
As opposed to one that was made in a castle in Victorian times, like Steve.
Oh, that's just...
Oh, I've joined in with Carl.
I can't believe it.
I'm sorry.
On my side.
Yeah, no, it was irresistible though, wasn't it? I'm really sorry. Should we play a record? Right, I'm afraid that is about it from us.
Absolutely. I always leave the ladies with the song, Rick, as you know. And the song for the ladies this week, again, it comes from the free giveaway CD that comes with this excellent little magazine called Comes With a Smile. And there's always something interesting.
How are you spelling it?
I've played the Mull Historical Society before. This is a track. It says it's just a demo, which is, I don't know why. If they've been picked up, it's outrageous. They're called Sloan, and this is called Pretty Together. See you next time.
Goodbye. Sum 41 and In Too Deep. If you're listening now, you're in too deep. It's the Ricky Gervais Show. Run for the hills.
No. Classic.
Yeah.
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah. Whose birthday it is today. Yeah. So someone never listened before and they heard that link. They're thinking, great, it's proper radio at last. XFM 104.9, just gone 1:05. Steve, do you want some great music today?
I'd love to hear some great music.
Well, I brought in some good stuff. I brought in Oasis, we've got Radiohead, I've got some Dre, I've got some Alba, I've got some Jimmy Webb. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
You know, we're keeping it real.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I've got Charlatans, I've got Nirvana.
Any Sade?
There's no Sade.
No, that's a shame.
No, but I've been looking through the library and I have found 4 non-blondes.
Brilliant.
Looking from yesteryear.
Looking forward to that later, Rick.
Yeah.
It was Carl, it was you that worked out the maths and worked out I was 28, because they just worked out I'm 27.
You are 27.
No way.
Yeah, I asked you, didn't I? And I said...
But what I sort of questioned was, I said, well, if you're 27 today, that means last week you were 26.
Well done, yeah. That's irrelevant. So therefore you assumed that I must be 28 then?
Yeah.
Whereas I assumed you were using, your knowledge of maths, such as it is.
I wouldn't do that.
No, sure.
Wow. I actually got lost in that conversation because I genuinely didn't know what he meant would mean last week you were 26. I don't know what that meant.
I don't know what it meant.
Wow. Well, it is Steve's birthday.
But he would have been 26 last week.
Stuff tells you genuinely frighten me because it's those staring eyes. There's nothing behind him. It's this little bald head. Looks like Davros looking at me. Genuine fear on his face when he enters into a conversation with another human being.
What bit don't you understand? If he's 27 today, he would have been 26 last week, and he doesn't look 26. He didn't look 26 last week. He looks older than 28 today.
You've started on his birthday. You're still having a go at him.
Carl, I don't look like the kind of hot stud that I actually am, but face facts, that's the truth, mate.
Yeah, live with it.
Get with the programme, jeez.
Well, let's have a little bit of cake.
Okay, that's appropriate.
See what I did?
But you mean the band, don't you? Not the cake. You haven't actually bought a cake, have you? Got anything at all?
Cake, short skirt, long jacket, sort of fashion sort of single.
Yes.
Yeah. I just remembered something. Right? Something like short skirt, long jacket. Once I was watching daytime TV. I was unemployed. It was the early days of it was about mid-80s, and
who was hosting?
It was sort of like one of those Eamon Holmes and someone, or like Richard Newman, but not as good, not as. And the link, she went, well, after the break, Leo Sayers popping in, tell us about clothes for the shorter man. I stayed tuned. He came on. He went,
Leo Sayer?
Yeah. He went, wear a short jacket.
Why wear a short jacket?
Optical illusion. You're going, well, that jacket, it couldn't be a foot long because that'd be mad. So it's 2 foot long. So he's 6 foot. So I'm looking at him there. Don't get too close. Just look at the jacket. How tall are you, Leo? Well, work it out.
Yeah.
This jacket's presumably about... Isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. Yeah.
But Leo, you're famously quite a short man. In fact, I saw you on TV talking about clothes for the shorter man.
No, but look at the jacket from there. Yep, you must be about 6 foot. So you had to walk around looking like a bullfighter just for this illusion at like 50 paces.
What's the other thing about stripes? Is it...
Yeah. Horizontal stripes widen you.
Make you look fatter?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So good advice, good fashion advice for anyone listening.
On XFM 104.9.
Leo Sayer there offering some topic. We should get Leo in, maybe offer some new stuff.
For your birthday, a little special Leo Sayer visit for your birthday. Got any presents yet?
I've received nothing yet. But then my parents haven't come up, and they're the ones that normally bring gifts.
Oh, yeah.
They are coming up later, and I always look forward to my father's gifts.
Yeah.
Because they are remarkable. I don't know what he's thinking sometimes. I don't understand the logic. I mean, if I explain some of the gifts he's bought in the past, maybe you could figure out. I once opened, I think I was about 14.
Right.
And I liked all the stuff that you like at 14, the ladies, obviously, pop music,
sure.
Fashion.
Yeah.
And that's why he bought me on audio cassette the collected wartime speeches of Sir Winston Churchill.
It's a good gift. Did you listen to him?
Well, I'm not sure when you'd ever be in the mood to listen to that, to be honest. We'll Fight on the Beaches,
Yeah.
you know, all that.
All the classics, all the classic hits.
I don't know when you listen. I think unless you're under attack, I don't think you'd ever listen to that.
Did you not even listen to it?
I kind of like, when are you going to be in the mood to put that on?
No, but just because it was a gift.
But I always remember being once, this was...
But what if he tested you, go, do you like track 4? Oh, some chicken, some neck. Oh, I love that, Dad. Yeah. But I think they're doing a remix.
But he said to me once, never forget, son.
He didn't.
Yeah, and I went, I don't remember, Dad. It was mad, and he was like, because he was quite into sort of, but he was into like the military and all that kind of, and war history and stuff. So
are you allowed to tell an anecdote about your dad on radio? Can I just give you a clue, just in case? Can you tell the thing about the shed?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay,
too complicated. Too long.
Okay, all right. Okay.
But I remember this was true. I remember I had it on once because I just stuck it on because I thought I ought to. And my dad came in. He was pleased to see I was listening to it. And he was like, we just sort of stood there listening. And I remember my sister coming in with one of her quite attractive friends. Teenage friends as well, like I'm a teenager as well. And it's like, and just this woman walking by, you know, she goes to the same school or whatever, you know, quite fit. And I'm just stood there with my father, listening to "We All Fight Them on the Beaches," "Never in the Field of Human Conflict" of so many, and just remember looking at her as he passes. Just
you've learned it. It's rubbed off.
Oh yeah.
You know, is
oh Rick, if you're ever in a war situation and you need some morale, come to me.
Yeah, you'll just
I'll sort your right out.
Quote me out. What about a little bit of White Stripes?
I've got some more gifts that I can tell you about afterwards.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Oasis, Morning Glory before that, White Stripes, Hotel Yorba. Oasis, of course, I think got in the... have you been watching that VH1 Top 100 album?
I have indeed, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, number 1, do you remember what number 1 was?
Joshua Tree, U2.
Yeah, now, good album.
It's not the greatest album ever, is it?
Of all time.
I mean, I know it's an arbitrary list, but even so.
Yeah, you sort of feel comfortable with it being the Beatles or
exactly,
you know,
you kind of
or
even Pet Sounds.
Exactly,
Yeah.
And then maybe
I don't think
maybe it's a generation shift. There's enough people now.
But it was what I found odd in the list was it started off with, I think it was like the Doors. I remember there was Velvet Underground and stuff. You know, these kind of respected album classics. And then there was things like, you know, Stars, Simply Red. I mean, it was a big seller and it's well produced, or whatever, but an odd choice for the greatest albums ever. And then I remember there was things like that Texas album.
Yeah.
Is it White on Blonde or whatever it was? And I just think, again, is it just based on albums that have sold well, you know, via the Britannia Music Club?
But that's always the thing, isn't it? So like any poll, like I remember, I think it was last year, the greatest lyrics of all time. One was Imagined by John Lennon, which is you know, if anything's
it's a solid classic.
And there was like, you know, maybe a Dylan or another Beatles one, and in the top 5 was Robbie Williams songs.
Robbie Williams songs?
Yeah.
One of the worst lyricists ever.
Well,
just
the worst,
a collection of words.
Annoying, yeah, I think, you know, and it was that thing, a man, 1,000 fags, you know, like Dad, and there's a take you to the bridge. Postmodern sort of. Yeah, but that's a reflection of the sheer weight at the moment, isn't it? So it's always going to be 4 of all time, and then the biggest thing that year. I
suppose so.
But that's why Coldplay and Travis are getting, and they're good. But I mean, you know, I don't think they'll be at the same position next year.
No,
I think you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's just
But it's just, I mean, I get frustrated with those lists because they just always seem so arbitrary.
I think we've forgotten we're on the radio, because that was a pretty boring link, wasn't it? Because we're just talking like we're alone.
A lot of people probably haven't even seen the VH1 show.
Yeah.
Not interested in the late
Are we losing it? Are we, you know what I mean?
Listen, I'll be honest with you, Rick. It's my birthday today. Last night I went out. I got a little bit wasted.
Yeah.
So I'm hungover this morning. I didn't get to bed before 11. Right, so it's like
too much.
No, I was pretty wild last night. In actual fact, and I have to say, I went to
God knows how many units I have.
I went to the Monarch in the Camden.
Monarch, yeah.
There was some kind of groovy night on. I went to the door. I got a load of mates with me. I said, "Any discount for XFM DJs?"
You didn't really?
Yeah, I did. I was a bit drunk. He went. Who are you? I went. Steve Merchant, Ricky Gervais. He went. Steve Merchant, brilliant. You can come in for free.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. I swear to God. He said, yes, you did. He said, and I said, what about mates? He went, it's £5. They can have £1 off. He said, and I think basically, but basically, Rick, I think I also agreed that you'd DJ there. I can't remember, but if the guy is listening, he can maybe let us know if I promised that. I might have signed something, I can't remember.
Oh, God.
But anyway, it was a good
This
night.
is
I'm
like one of those 50s sitcoms when, you sold my soul to an angel.
Exactly.
Oh, how am I going to get out of this?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
So, anyway, if you go down to the Monarch maybe next week, Ricky Gervais playing. That'll be fun.
Well, that was Elbow and Red off Asleep in the Back. I love that.
Great song.
Got sort of early Peter Gabriel, and that's wonderful. Well, we were talking about, like, your birthday and everything,
Yes.
presents, and then I found out I'd been signed up to DJ at
Yes.
a club in Canada.
Looking forward to that.
To get you in.
I got in for free. My friends got in at £1 off.
I was just when the record was playing there, I said, why did you do that? Why did you try and get in free? Right? He goes, impressing my mates. Now, how impressive is it that Steve Merchant can get you in a place for £1 off?
Oh.
Yeah, you want to save money? Go with Steve. If they recognise him or have heard the show, you get £1 off. That is great.
I have a quality discount.
I don't know what you like more, though, because I know you, and I think it wasn't just the acclaim and the fact it was the £1 off you liked.
The money off was exciting to me.
That was great.
Any discount would have been fine.
I imagine you made them all buy you a drink with
Several.
to the value of £1.
It ended up costing them a lot more.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, have I ever... This is probably the most embarrassing of those entrance stories.
Yeah.
I was down in South London once, went down to some party that was taking place in some kind of swanky bar, where there was a doorman on the front and a charge. I think it was something mental, like a tenner to go in. It was crazy. It was ludicrous. I don't know what I was doing down there. And I was in the queue.
We'll establish what you mean by swanky later, because that could be.
It was a posh place.
Was it?
And so there's a queue outside, and there was one of these doormen who thought it was like kind of Studio 54. He was like sort of choosing people who could come in. Yeah, you two come in now. And I've been there for ages, obviously. I was on my own because I got there late.
And clogs.
Exactly.
I've dressed up for this.
And there were these two girls next to me. And I'm thinking, if I'm in a queue, I've told you before, if I'm in a queue and if I'm stuck with two girls, I'm thinking, oh, what a great opportunity. Use the old merchant charm. Yeah. And so I'm there, and I'm sort of thinking, and I kind of sort of give them a nod or whatever, and a wink.
Yeah.
And they're loving it.
Yeah. They move to the back.
They're putty in my hands, Rick, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, to really seal this off, I'll get us in. Like, I'll sort of skip the queue. So the guy sort of coming along, he's picking people off, the doorman, and I just grabbed him. I just grabbed him like that. And I said it so everyone could hear. Right? And I thought this was brilliant. I said to him, how much is it? He went, £10. I went, I'll give you 7. That was my bribe. I'll give you 7. That's the whole £3. No, that can't be right.
No.
He must have said a £5, and I said I'll give you 7.
Yeah,
that makes more sense, doesn't it?
That's giving him a £2 incentive.
A £2 incentive.
That's it. I'll give you 7. You can make up the 10.
Exactly.
You can, if you let me in, you can put in 3 yourself, mate. That never works, does it?
He said to me. I can't be bothered. I'm just going to kick, I think. I'm so tired.
Was it percentages that put you off?
That frazzled me initially.
I mean, it's a funny anecdote when you're giving him £2. Yeah. It's even funnier when you're getting him.
When he's paying me as well.
Oh, I love it. Right, we're gonna play a record. Then we're really gonna concentrate. XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais show.
Steve Merchant's also involved. Oh, go to bed.
Oh no.
Hello, this is Tony Blackburn. It's the time of year when I like to help somebody far less fortunate, or dare I say talented, than myself. I'm talking, of course, about Christian O'Connell's Breakfast Show. You've heard it. It needs all the help it can get, doesn't it? So this Christmas, help a London breakfast show. I won't, because I actually don't give a toss. But you crackheads might.
Cypress Hill, Superstar, still to come. We've got such great bands as New Order, Ash, Nirvana, Radiohead. Song for the Lovers at about 2 o'clock is a beautiful song by Jimmy Webb,
Lovely,
Steve.
looking forward to it.
Now, it's Steve's birthday. It's XFM 104.9. He's 27.
Yes.
We're both a little bit hungover.
Yes.
Now, every link we've started hasn't really sort of...
It's not really come to fruition, if I'm being honest.
Nothing's happened.
I mean, sometimes they're just all out, kind of, there's just blunders in them.
Yeah. Or like this one, we've already run aground. Yeah. I think it might be a mixture of us, like we've been on this station for a little while, we're losing the will to live.
Bored.
But we're going to buck up our ideas.
Can I just ask a quick question?
I said buck up, by the way, just in case.
A quick question though, because
listening to want to complain.
my birthday today, and therefore last night I went out, and that's my excuse for being a little bit tired and a little bit hungover.
Yeah.
What's your excuse? Because you didn't come out.
No, I know.
I mean, you conscious you had the show today. What were you doing? Staying at home just drinking?
Yeah. Having a couple. Me and Jane went.
What time did you go to bed?
Goodbye to someone about 1.
Well, that's stupid. What I'm saying is, no, I mean, it's your name all over the show. I'm a nobody. I got no reputation.
Yeah. Although
thankfully,
you get a quid off in most clubs in Camden.
Fair enough.
I think just drop. If anyone out there, if you're sort of like tall, sort of, I'll answer your birthday, but I'm just got to do a description. This is nothing nasty. It's pretty real. If you're sort of like a lanky sort of geek, and you can do a Worsley accent, then maybe you can pretend to be Steve Merchant and get in a quid off. Is that all right?
That's fine, really.
Yeah. No, because some people would take that as a personal...
That's offensive.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. So we were talking about... Should we play a record? Is that link too long already before we actually got to something?
I'm already bored.
God, we've got to get to something. We've got to do
Karl,
something.
why don't you contribute something? You've been silent.
Now that is scraping the bottom of the barrel.
really is,
we're in trouble. Oh no. Oh, we're failing. Who can we bring on that surefire, always delivers,
Audio
snappy?
dynamite.
Yeah, Karl.
The big guns.
Come on, Karl.
I was just thinking there is nobody else who looks like Steve.
He's done ya.
That's outrageous. Although, to be honest with you, that insult has resurrected things.
Yeah, well done. Play a little tune, and then we've
Got a little bit of a sniffle as well, I think.
Yeah.
Cold or something probably coming on.
A bit late there, Karl. You should come in a bit earlier there. Swayed there.
What I like is the complete lack of professionalism on our part.
Yeah.
It's like we've got a bit of a headache, a little bit tired. Just that's it then.
You can't fight that. You can't fight that.
But, I mean, the thing is, as you well know, Rick, there are certain DJs on this station, drunkards. There's at least 2 I know of who are smackheads.
Yeah.
And, they still manage, they still manage to do a good job.
Even the ones that aren't, that try their best, are rubbish.
It's true enough. I'm not saying we're still not the best.
Yeah.
And it's effortless for us, Rick.
I know, yeah.
We're coming up with dynamite stuff here.
Yeah, I know.
And we're not even, fighting on all cylinders.
XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais with me, Stephen Merchant, a little bit hungover. We all are, but he can't really take it. He's loud.
Wait, there is tickets to give away, Rick. I don't know if we should mention that.
What? Who is it for?
Joe Strummer.
Oh yeah.
And his band, the Mescaleros, play Brixton Academy, we think, this evening. A little bit more information will probably be...
So go along, just in case. If you say you're Steve Merchant, pound off.
Well, the doors are at 7 o'clock, and it's £17.50. Unless you've won the competition, Rick, that I'm about to set, and won yourself a pair of tickets. There is someone, right, in America celebrating a birthday today, okay?
Yeah. More than one.
Same
I
day as
think.
me.
Yeah, no.
But there's a specific one I'm thinking of, right? His name, Rick, is Dwight Schultz. Okay?
Yeah.
If you know the answer, obviously don't give it away.
Yeah.
His name's Dwight Schultz. He's an actor.
Yeah.
He was particularly big in the 80s.
Yeah.
And he's also celebrating a birthday today.
You're going to say what's his name?
I'm going to say what character is he best known as? What TV character is he best known as? And you can win yourself some tickets for Joe Strum and the Mescaleros at the Brixton Academy.
Dwight Schultz.
American actor, TV character of the 80s, very famous.
Oh, yeah. See, Christian's giving away a trip to Salem, Massachusetts.
That's bizarre, actually, because I was in America recently and I went to Salem, Massachusetts, and that's not a prize.
Isn't it?
Believe me, we were there, we were sort of obliged to go because we were at someone's birthday. It's rubbish.
Really?
I mean, that's a really poor trip. That's such a boring
He probably can't believe his luck. It's probably the biggest thing Christian's ever had to give away.
The great thing about,
and you've just dissed it.
The great thing about Salem, Massachusetts is that
I don't think we're good for this station. I don't think we're selling this station like we should.
Well, it's its own fault, it shouldn't have hired us. I blame it,
Yeah, and paid us in advance.
Yeah.
They're lucky we turn up.
No, I went to Salem, Massachusetts, and this is the place that's famous from, like, Salem's Lot and the Salem witch hunts, famous.
Famous for all things Salem.
Salem.
Yeah, anything with Salem in the title, that's what it's famous for.
The whole place has gone mad over, like, witches and anything. Basically, it's like, there was the Salem witch hunts in, like, 17-something or other, or 16-something or other. So the whole place now is just full of, like, people dressed as witches.
Yeah.
And then it's, like, any supernatural stuff. So I went in, and it was amazing. It's quite
like Glastonbury tent.
It was, it's awful. Every single place there, every single shop is kind of horror related.
Yeah.
And I went to the Boris Karloff World of Terror.
Yeah,
right? It's amazing. You went in there, right? I don't know if Boris, the famous horror actor, has actually been involved, but you go in there, you walk in the door, you've got to put these 3D glasses on, right? And it's supposed to be this kind of chilling journey around this kind of like a sort of a crypt, And you put these glasses on, and I couldn't tell. They were so poor. I couldn't tell what was supposed to be a 3D effect and what was actually three-dimensional.
Really?
In real life, so I couldn't tell if like the floor was actually sloped or if it was just just appeared to be.
Yeah.
Whether the wall was actually kind of knobbly or whether it was the 3D glasses. It was so much, and it literally took about 45 seconds to get through it.
Imagine
and he just
that.
came out blinking into the light again. It was
so
rubbish.
So I just want to throw us over to Karl. So there's Steve Merchant with funny glasses on in this place horror, and he's walking round. Do you think he scared people, Karl? I've set this question out, haven't I? I've loaded the question.
I know the answer you're fishing for. Karl, do you just want to have a dig at me? Because it's coming up to 2 o'clock, and you've not really put a lot of effort in today, slagging me
I
off.
don't do it on purpose.
No, he doesn't do it on purpose. He's just an honest northerner, and he can't lie. He's like George Washington, but without the wooden teeth.
Yeah. Salem. I didn't mean
We've
to say...
lost it again, haven't we? You didn't mean to say Salem. This is such bad radio.
Just
this
the
is
word
really...
that was
I mean, genuinely, this is bad radio,
awful
isn't it?
radio.
Quick. Oh, yeah, my mate went to one of those things in the West End where you walk around and it's aliens and they jump out at you.
Right.
And he was so scared when the alien jumped out and he ripped a bit of his face off. And
the
bloke
alien's face off?
Yeah, it was foam, and the bloke went, "Don't do that, mate."
Brilliant. Well, in the Salem one, I was wandering around, and this was one guy that kept jumping out.
Yeah.
Because there was about 10 of us, I was at the back. I always missed him jumping out. So when I got round, I missed all the frights. It was ludicrous.
Oh no!
You'd at least you'd have thought he'd jump out, and then double round and jump out again. For
Yeah.
the people at the end of the
Everyone
queue.
catch that?
No,
what
really,
did you know it? We. All right. Okay. Move on.
Oh, if you want to win those tickets, 08700 800 1234. Dwight Schultz, who is he better known as?
Yeah, Basement Jack's there, keeping it real. Where's your head at?
Where is your head at?
Yeah, I know what they're saying. They're saying, where's your head at?
Where is your head at?
Yeah, XFM 104.9.
Ricky Gervais.
Now...
just one thing I would say, Rick, is that I've spoken to a few people who've listened to the show, and a lot of people, this is the highlight of their week. It really is. No, a lot of bedbound people, and
Yeah.
and we're not putting the effort in, are we? We're providing nothing.
We're trying, but it's just not coming out right. It's just
The words aren't coming out. When I say them in my mind, they're brilliant.
But it's sort of like getting old. Your mind. I still want to run upstairs and things, but I just the lift. I'd like to run upstairs. I just can't anymore. And I felt that today. The comedy's in there. The
There's
interesting
fun,
things
humour,
and it's all in the head, and it has to go via the mouth.
Yeah, that's
and it's just not working for me. But it is your birthday. You're 27. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
We're talking about. Can I tell you one of the best presents I ever had? But without doubt, all I ever wanted was a go-kart. This is true. I was like sort of 5, 6, 7, and I eventually for Christmas. I wasn't sort of spoiled in the sense that I got pocket money, but I always got what I wanted at Christmas eventually, because working class mothers they'd get it out of the catalogue and pay for it for the rest of the year. So I always got. I'd really as many presents as anyone else, and I got this go-kart. It was a little red go-kart, and it was a pedal one. And I'd run home from school, and I'd be in it, and I'd get down the garden for hours. I'd come in from tea, and this was fantastic. And this went on for like weeks and weeks and weeks through the summer. The next night, it was fantastic go-kart. I'd show off, and then one day I came home, and I went. It was always at the back of the shed, sort of up against the shed, and I went in. I couldn't see it, and so I went to the back door. My mum was sort of like washing up with her, and I went, "Where's my go-kart?" I thought it hasn't been nicked. She went, "Your dad swapped it."
Your dad swapped it?
Yeah. I went, he what? And I was going to be brave, and I went, he what? She went, he swapped it for a wheelbarrow. And I could see she didn't approve of this, and she was thinking, I'm going to tell him, and then I'm going to, have this out. And I went, right. She went, it's your wheelbarrow. And I went to the back of the shed, and there was this wheelbarrow. He swapped it with a bloke called Jimmy Dublin, who he worked with.
Jimmy Dublin?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he was a respectable member of the community.
He was fine. It was his lively. No, I think he was an Irish gentleman, and that's why he called him. That's why I don't know what his real name was. And I think my dad must have been drunk, and he went, I want to get my son a go-kart. And my dad went, my kid's got one. He's probably had it for a year. He's probably bored with it.
Yeah.
And then I'll give you this wheelbarrow. And I went to this wheelbarrow, and it was caked in concrete. I could hardly lift it. I just nicked off a building site, obviously. And I'd be there for hours trying to push this wheelbarrow up and down the garden, right? And it was okay though, because I was going on holiday soon, and I 7 years running went to Bognor Regis, a place called Riverside, because some woman around the way had a caravan that we got free for a week. And it was great. Just wonderful. And I used to go there with my mum and my nan.
Oh, party time.
Yeah, the age of 7 to sort of... No, it's good because, you know, when you're a kid and you wake up in a strange place, it sort of seems weird. You wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning hearing your gran pissing in an iron bucket. And, you know,
We've all been there.
You get disorientated. Anyway, and one day, and I met a little friend who's about my age. We were both sort of like, right, and he'd hired a go-kart. He had this great go-kart, and he came down to my caravan, and I went, I've got a go-kart. And I remember my mum opening the window of the caravan and going, don't lie.
That's so evil.
And I went, I had a go-kart.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever talk to your father about the fact you swapped it?
No.
You never mentioned it to him?
No.
You still got that wheelbarrow?
I think so. I've grown into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can nearly lift it now. Yeah. And now I'm just too old to run up and down the garden with
now
it.
you get one of your several gardeners to use it all the time. Wow.
Oh, dear. Dre there. Dr. Dre.
Of course.
Bad intentions. Well, it's do you want to give the winners of the competition?
The winners, yes. Tickets for Joe Strummer and the Mescaleros playing at Brixton Academy this evening. We have some lucky winners. The question I set was, someone else famous is celebrating a birthday today.
Yeah.
I don't mean someone else famous like I'm famous and someone else who's
You
famous.
could probably get into the Monarch.
Well, pound off at least.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, which actor, Dwight Schultz... No, I didn't. I said, which character did
Started
Dwight
off
Schultz
well,
play?
didn't it?
It started off so well. Which character did Dwight Schultz play? What made him famous in the 80s? He's celebrating a birthday today. I don't know how old he is, probably in his 60s.
Not in his 60s.
The character he played, of course, was Howling Mad Murdoch from the 18...
We did accept Murdoch.
I was watching an 18-1 UK Gold the other day, because I always like to have something, you know, so that I can talk to Camfield whenever I meet him.
Yeah.
And the thing about Howling Mad Murdoch is, his madness is one of those convenient kind of madnesses where he's not, like, kind of depressive, where he's trying to kill himself, or he's just schizophrenic, or he's unreliable. He's just a bit eccentric.
Yeah.
His madness is largely, I'll do some funny voices.
You couldn't have howling slightly off the wall Murdoch, though, could you? It didn't have the edge.
But it's rubbish. It's rubbish madness.
Or howling wacky Murdoch.
Yeah, well, that's what he is. He's wacky.
Howling annoying student Murdoch, I think he should have been called.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, the winners, Carl, I think you took some answers.
Tim and Neil.
Well done, Tim and Neil. Are they going together, or are they...
No, two separate.
Lucky people.
Yeah. I don't think your heart's in it anymore either, Carl.
I was alright today, but Steve's really dragged me down.
Well, let's...
Wait a minute, I just need to know why.
No, do you know, like, people are being miserable around you?
Yeah.
I was full of beans when I came in.
Yeah, but you got to remember last week you were really miserable and that really wound me up.
Yeah, because he was done to do stuff. Because, you know, he'd been let down and they were worried about the next show.
You were in a terrible mood.
Yeah.
Look at me like you were...
songs. I wasn't, like, going, and lying on the settee, looking ill, talking in that voice.
Oh, he's done you again.
I said, just now, being quite friendly. Yeah,
Carl,
Steve.
Carl, have you ever tried to get into the Monarch for free? Because I'll be honest, mate, it's not going to happen for you. Come out with me, mate, you got a quid off. Alright? Oh. When you can get in places in Camden for free.
Yeah, I'm alright, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's done you. Right, now it's time for Song for the Lovers. Now, this is one of my favourite songs of all time. You'll know this song better done by... That was nearly a sentence. Oh, come on, that was nearly a sentence. What's his name? Glenn Campbell. It's Galveston.
Oh, yeah.
This is the man who wrote it. This is the original. This is Jimmy Webb.
Oh, yeah.
With Galveston. From what I can work out, I think it's about a bloke who goes off to the Vietnam War and he's missing his bird. And I've brought it down, haven't I? I've brought it down a tone by saying bird.
It's a beautiful song.
It was irony.
Just play it.
Galveston. It's beautiful. Jimmy Webb with Galveston. Now, I know you enjoy...
Love the work of
the Webb-meister.
A lot of people, of course, be familiar with his sons, the Webb brothers.
Yeah, very different. Quite cool, though. I went to see him live, and he was just so cool. Just like doing his songs and telling a little anecdote. It was just he's fantastic. That's my song for lovers. Steve, what have you got for us?
No, I was just going to mention a couple of other gifts that my father got. Well, he got me once. I unwrapped once, having professed no interest ever in this particular artist, about as much interest as Winston Churchill. I once received, lucky me, the making of Thriller. It was a video behind the scenes on Thriller.
I know what he thinks though.
But
he thinks Steve loves to dance.
No, he went. You love music and you love films.
Yeah, no, that's a film. Yeah.
But, I mean, I've never professed any interest. I mean, I don't think it even had Thriller, the actual film, on it. It was just the making of Thriller.
Really?
Behind the scenes, Michael Jackson dancing around.
And John
saying,
Landis.
Yeah, it was rubbish.
Well, that's not very nice, is it? But what did you say when you opened it? Brilliant.
Brilliant. I love Jackson. Can't wait to watch this. Can we watch it now, I said?
What did he say?
No.
He's so ungrateful, really.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember a time my dad bought me anything. It's always my mum who bought it, and my dad would give her the money.
Yeah.
You got Ricky who's lost his go-kart. You've had a video bought for you, and you're still not happy. I just think you're selfish.
It's not so much that I appreciate the fact that there is a gift. I think it's the fact that the gifts are arbitrary and can be bought in the shop that's opposite the place he works.
Tell Carl what you got your mum for this.
Well,
listen to this, Carl. You'll love this.
Right, it's the thought that counts, right? So I suppose if you say that the thought that counts is the fact that he went and got anything at all, that counts. Okay, fair enough. But he phoned me up. He said, "What shall I get your mother?" Right? It's our 20th wedding anniversary, right? What shall I get her? I said, "Well, I'll tell you this. This is a great idea I'd heard from somewhere else. Why not get her pay for her to have a makeover, you know, and all the sort of treatment, you know, and the beauty treatment and that. She'll love that, you know, and then take her out, give her a meal and stuff." He went, okay. So he hangs up. I speak to him on the day of my mum's birthday. I say, "What'd you get? What'd you get?" He said, I got something. I said, "Do you go for the makeover idea?" He went, "Not exactly." I went, "What'd you do?" He went, "I bought her a trowel." A trowel. I went, "A trowel?" He went, "Yeah, for the garden." I went, "It's a trowel. You've been married 20 years and you got her a trowel." He went, "It's stainless steel." I said to him, "It's a trowel, Dad." And he went, "Do you think I should have got it engraved?" It is mental. And I went down to see them, right? And I went in the lounge and literally, imagine it, like, it wasn't this, but imagine, I go in there, he'd bought this trowel, right? And he'd also bought her an industrial-sized tin of coffee. You know those big size ones you have in like hotels?
Did he say she loves coffee, Steve?
She loves coffee, Steve.
I love the fact that that's meant to be like the whole family didn't use it. Like she keeps that by her bed.
Yeah.
Like she's in Stalag 13 or something. This is my coffee.
But imagine walking into the lounge, right? She's there. She's got the presents that my sister's worn there. A trowel, just holding a trowel and a tin of coffee. And me walking in wondering, I wonder if there's anything sort of that she regrets in her life. Mental.
Oh, that's lovely. She loves coffee, Steve.
She loves coffee, Steve.
Oh.
She loves the garden.
Carl, what's the worst present you've ever had?
You see, we don't really celebrate birthdays in our house, so...
What? Where are you from? Planet? Are you? What do you mean you don't celebrate birthdays?
Are you here from another world observing? Like, trying to blend in, but not quite managing to pull it off?
I'm not that fussed about it.
Right.
I mean, it's...
Yeah.
My mum and dad's are on the same day, and I think that just was like...
That's a bit weird, isn't it?
And their anniversary, and...
Well, they got married on their mutual birthday.
But Carl, can I just...
And Christmas.
But Carl, there's a difference between you saying...
What do you mean their anniversary's on the same day? Of course it's on the same day.
Yeah, and the birthday.
But, Carl, what I mean is that... you say that you don't really celebrate your birthday, but presumably you have received some presents at some point in your life from your parents, or anyone.
Yeah,
Okay, well, we'll come back to you later.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Let's play a record.
Carl, have a think about that, and we'll come back to you later. Thanks very much.
Ash and Sometimes they've won me over.
They have indeed, yeah.
They've just got they've got to be the band they always wanted to be. I
I'd
think.
have written them off in the early days, but no.
Me too, Steve. Just goes to show.
Carl, any thoughts on what gift you've perhaps once received that you can joke about now, but was tragic at the time? No?
No.
Not really put the thought in then?
Didn't have that many presents, so...
Always thankful for what you got.
I was grateful for.
Yeah.
Rick, would you love to hear from the listeners if maybe they've received some amusing gifts?
No.
No, I wouldn't.
So, what are you doing tonight? You're going out for a little meal with your parents?
Yeah. I thought you were coming.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Any suggestions as to where we could go? I mean, maybe people would like to phone in, because I've got no idea. It's got to be largely meat-based. A family only really eat meat.
Do you know the steakhouse near me? It's closed down.
Brilliant. That's one. There's lots more to go. Let's not stop there, people. Come on.
I used to look across and think, is that a bingo hall?
I know. It's
Or
bright.
somewhere to eat? Yeah, neon. There's at the back. Right at the back had cocktails, and you know, just imagine
Who's in there for a cocktail?
You know, imagine you going in there with a DJ sitting there.
ladies.
Hi. Be fantastic. Go on. Carl's got something to say.
Is there a chance that your dad's like on the way into London now and has heard you saying, "Oh,
Yeah.
he got me this and he got me that," and He could be like nipping to a shop now to buy you a rake and thought.
Yeah, just think of that. Oh, that'd be terrible, wouldn't it? Or the making of the bends.
Yeah, he'll probably turn up and say, I was going to get you a gift, Steve, but then I got high. And we'll all laugh. Cultural reference.
Yeah. Right, this link has run out of steam again.
Yes, but don't worry, because I can salvage it.
Go on.
Because it's time for Under the Covers. Cover me up. Oh, you got me
Between the covers.
Between the covers. I like covers. Cover songs.
Yeah.
And
this was done by someone else.
And it was... this week I'd like to play... I mean, we're all fans of Destiny's Child, Rick, and we're all fans of the song Say My Name.
Yeah.
But have any of us heard the Scottish band Spare Snare doing their version of it? I suspect not. Let's hear it now. Spare Snare doing their version of Say My Name by Destiny's Child. Rick, what do you make of it?
Do you remember Raw Sex that used to be in French and Saunders? It was Roller River on as well, yeah.
Is that basically what it's like?
It's a bit like that.
Do you think maybe the cover version section's running out of steam? If that's what we're playing.
I think we should only ever do sort of 6 weeks a year on radio.
Right.
And then, you know...
and people will kind of remember that. It'll be beautifully preserved in their memories.
Yeah. You know, like Benny Hill used to do one show a year.
Right.
You know what I mean? Imagine how awful it would have been if he'd like do it every week for 2 hours. I don't think he'd have been so successful, to be honest, Steve. I think he'd run out of ideas.
Rick, I know that you are tired of coming in every Saturday and doing the show. I know I am, and I suspect many of the listeners are. But maybe we should leave it to the listeners. You know, if they want us off the air, maybe they should just email, fax, phone in.
That'd be... I think everything should be like that, though. Vote whether you want to, you know, like a binary sort, like, you know, up against someone knocks... Like Winner Stays On in pool.
Yeah.
I hate that, Winner Stays On in pool, in pubs. It's just horrible. It's fascist, isn't it? You want to play with your mates. You don't have to beat a bloke with one tooth who just plays pool all day.
Yeah.
Costs him nothing, and he has 93 games. Of course you're not going to beat him. He's a professional by the end of the evening.
Okay.
XFM 104.9.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
For Hero by Les Fleur. Great bloke, Les.
Yeah.
Worked with him in Blackpool. Weird. Had a very high voice. Can't grow a beard.
Yes.
But, yeah. I'm joshing. Probably pronounced Les Fleur, innit?
Les Fleur.
Yeah. We know all that. Oh, we know that.
You noticed all those huge posters advertising Christian O'Connell's breakfast show? They're all over the place now. They're mainly on the tube. You wouldn't know, Gervais.
No.
What with your driver and everything. Imagine if they'd spent the kind of money they must have spent on those advertising our show.
I know.
And those people were tuning in, and today's show is what they heard.
I was actually thinking, right, because we do care in a way.
Yeah.
We couldn't get over it today, you know. Just to word to the kids, this is what alcohol can do to you.
Yeah. Sobering lesson.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But I thought, what if this was our first ever attempt at radio? Think how gutted we'd be. We'd go, we're not
What
right.
worries me is it's like, I don't know, it's like in my sort of hangover state, it's like I've kind of woken from a dream, and I've sort of thought to myself, all the stuff we're saying today is what we normally say week in, week out, and we think is brilliant. And it's today we've done it, and it's rubbish, and it's like we've seen the truth.
Oh, yeah, it might be. See, so an alcohol can
just not as interesting or entertaining as we thought.
See, yours could be BSE as well, though, because I know you're worried about that.
In, I think.
Yeah, because you just ate beef, didn't you, for the first 15 years?
Largely just beef, yeah.
Beef and milk.
Yeah. Mainly uncooked. It was just, you know, they just wheel a cow in.
from the cow.
Just suckle it from the cow.
Now we get complaints about that.
We will indeed. I always wondered if Bruno Brooks ever got complaints, actually. When he once played Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name of, and he must have dozed off or something, because he didn't realise all the swearing, you know, F you, I won't do what you tell me, and he just left it playing.
He probably wasn't.
And
listening.
It was the UK top 40, and it was just, you know...
He probably, of course, he probably did get complaints.
Where is he now?
Good point, doing internet radio, which is, of course, where we'll be next week.
Yeah, if we buck our ideas up.
Quick question.
Go on.
I just realised who Karl looks like. Moby.
He does.
Not the first person to say that.
Yeah, suddenly just dawned on me then.
Yeah.
So if
Moby's one of those people that I think is fantastic. Every time I see him, everything he says I agree with. He's lovely, and I just can't get into his music. It's bad. It's like I feel that it's like a mate. You can't say, oh, I give it up, because I think he's fantastic, and I want to go, why don't you do something else?
For more
I bored myself then.
If you've got a pop star that you'd like Ricky Gervais to pass comment on, why not get in touch?
Yeah,
Rick, what are your views on Rick Witter from Shed 7?
Rick Witter, I like their effort.
Okay.
I think he's quite, got a nice hair.
What about Chakademus and Pliers?
What was their hit?
Tease me, tease me, tease me. Anyway, more of that next time, I'm sure.
Oh, that's it.
Are we straight to the song for the ladies now?
Yeah, song for the ladies. Yeah,
Should we just get it over with?
Yeah, let's knock this on the head.
Song for the ladies this week, one of the best tracks on Hour of the Bewilderbeast by Badly Drawn Boy. It's, of course, Magic in the Air for all the ladies.
Bye. Sorry about that. We're going to really be good
Gonna
next
sing
week.
happy birthday, or?
Happy birthday to you. But no, we're going to start work on next week's show.
Really, from then on, it'll be year zero.
Yeah.